So one thing could happen is the doctor's working, 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 and it seems like, wow, we're so busy. Ads are working, people are coming in, and then suddenly, as far as the doctor goes, just boy, you can't get any new patients. It must be ads. And then come to find out, once you really dive into that, oh, we were scheduling people like 3, 4, 6 weeks out. Well, when did you tell anyone of that? Because we want to get people within the next 48 hours if they're a new patient because they're in pain. We need to get them in. When do we stop being able to do that? Oh, that was about 2.5 months ago. We got really filled up and then it became 3 days, 4 days. And now in the local area, because it's all local, they'll like, oh, you can never get into that doctor. Even if you're a new patient, it's going to be 6 weeks. And it was a breakdown in the communication that they didn't say, hey, we have a capacity issue. We can't get people in. This has been the 5th day in a row that we don't have anyone to be able to schedule new patients for this. And I'm having to book them out. And just making that change to bring someone in, and realizing, oh, you have to tell the CEO of the company, the business owner that, because then they have to have a staffing issue. We have to expand hours or open up a day or do something. And that's the problem. But to the owner, ads aren't working. It absolutely had nothing to do with that. Yeah. So I see how that's it. With other things like that, what do you think is the most common financial mistake that your clients and small business owners make that you see when you go in there to do your consulting?
Man, that is a great question. I loved that whole perspective you shared. That's the exact science and breakdown of where those KPIs are really going to add a lot of insight
Yeah.
in terms of tracking the data and the financial performance of it. That's fantastic. The number one mistake, wow, that there's so many nuances by industry, by situation. But if I had to think of one, it would be the lack of hiring ahead of growth. And it's the hardest thing to do in business. But doing it and alleviating the team to get ready for that growth, I think is the best thing you can do to invest in yourself, your business, your team. And I think the biggest mistake I see is teams not hiring or investing ahead of growth.